with Graham Platner, I don't really agree with people who are suggesting that people suddenly care about this issue because it's a white woman. And let me tell you what I mean, because for example, this commenter presents the issue like it's an either or situation, that either we care about people who are being harmed in the Middle East or we care about white women at home. It frames the issue as if women at home are competing for the status of victimhood against the people of the Middle East. But the problem here is that the issues are not in competition with each other, they're actually deeply connected. Now, before I explain this, I want to just say I do agree with the people who are saying something a little bit different, which is that Americans tend to venerate the military and not consider the humanity of people living abroad who the military harms. So I agree with that, and I think this is a nuanced conversation to have, but we need to have it. And this comment does not frame the issue in a productive or accurate way. This comment is saying something a little bit different because it suggests that violence against women is appropriately addressed in the US domestically, whereas the violence of the military in the Middle East is not. And that's actually not true because violence against women domestically is also not being addressed. You have to remember that the only thing that happened to Graham Platner after this was that he was basically forced to step down from running for office, but he was not punished or held accountable in any other way. And if the issue of sexual violence was actually taken seriously in this country, what we would do is we would try to prevent it from happening domestically, and we would end US military. Why? Because these issues are deeply connected. The US military commits gendered and sexualized violence abroad, just as Graham Platner did here domestically. Nothing about what we've done in response to Graham Platner has anything to do with changing society so that this violence doesn't happen in the first place, whether it be here at home or abroad. These issues are deeply connected, which means if you care about violence at home, you should care about imperialism abroad. And if you care about imperialism abroad, you should also care about violence at home. A man who signs up for multiple mercenary campaigns is the same man who comes home and enacts violence on women here. In both cases, he targets someone who the law will not appropriately protect, and against whom violence has been normalized. He invades the Middle East, and then he comes home and invades the home of a woman in the US. And in fact, he himself is obsessed with the idea of invasion because he says that he would assault someone who invades his home. His whole worldview is one of domination. Dominate or be dominated. Domination is connected whether you're at home or abroad. So what I'm calling for is for us to be more judicious about how we are framing these issues as connected rather than in competition with one another. For one, it's more accurate to put it that way, but also if you come across as dismissing violence against women at home, violence that is actually a real issue, you are going to alienate women from leftist politics. So I think the better way to address the issue is to show how all these issues are actually connected to one another, because they are.